Hi, are you into IT or trying to get into IT and you find it difficult to understand some of the cloud services like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or software as a service? These are some fundamental key terms that you need to understand. And because everyone is going to cloud, right? I've had people reaching out to me still trying to understand it. It's a little bit complicated. So we use just the next, I'll say 3 or 4 minutes to be able to understand what infrastructure as a service is, platform as a service, and software as a service. And there's no way you can work, I know, in any domain in cybersecurity without you understanding these services. So one of the things that we're gonna do is just for us to go to share my screen. It's just for us to go to how do you call it? Go to Google and then we put those words. We just type them, the acronym as a matter of fact, and then take image and then see how we can properly understand these terminologies, okay? So I'll just type infrastructure as a service, sorry, infrastructure as a service, PaaS, software as a service, and SaaS, software as a service. I take enter, I go to images and see what we got. So far, we can just take this particular image to be able to understand these differences. Okay. So if we have this image right here, we see we have 4 columns. We have on-site infrastructure as a service, that's IaaS, PaaS, platform as a service, and SaaS, software as a service. And if you look at the bottom, you have to go, we have just 2 colors, right? I think this is a green, right? And a red. So with this one, it says you manage, and the other says service provider manages, right? So at this point, you're working between 2 entities, right? The cloud providers and your organization. And when you're on site or on-prem, it means that your organization actually manages everything from applications, data, runtime, middleware, operating system, virtualization, server storage, as well as networking. But 2 other facets actually comes in play: infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. These are shared services. And in security, it's really important for us to understand these different services, because if you are accessing security controls, you need to be able to understand those controls that are being shared, those controls that you might receive 100% inheritance from your cloud providers. Your cloud providers could be Azure, it could be AWS, it could be Google Cloud, whatever cloud provider is it, right? So each time you're accessing those controls, you should be able to understand the controls that are being shared. If not, you might never be in compliance based on the type of regulatory authorities that your organization goes with. And I'm saying so because there are times that you work with different stewards or stakeholders that they'll be shifting the responsibility to the cloud provider. So shifting those responsibilities to the cloud provider, telling you that this particular control is receiving 100% inheritance, but you need to go to the metrics that the cloud provider has provided, because each cloud provider will have a metrics for that particular information system, and everything is well documented, it's detailed, right? They'll tell you if this control is shared, if this control is 100% inheritance, or if this control is more of a system specific control that your organization has to implement it. And we'll go to infrastructure as a service. Now it tells us that your organization actually manages the applications data. Imagine, so you guys even take up your data, runtime, middleware, and operating system, while the service cloud provider takes care of the virtualization, the servers, storages, as well as networking. While with PaaS, it means that your organization manages applications and data. Then the cloud provider manages those. While for software as a service, 100% outsourcing. It means the cloud providers actually take care of everything. And there's no way you can even work as a third-party vendor risk analyst without you understanding these terminologies. Because each time you receive a SOC 2 report from a vendor that you want to analyze, there are times where you have to go to that report and see what kind of service is it. Is this particular vendor even outsourcing your data to another vendor? And there are times where you will say like complementary user entity, where they have actually documented controls that your house organization, a client, have to implement so as to meet that vendor's object control objectives. So if in any ways you were like in some form like maybe confused or still could not differentiate the what these terminologies are, there it is. It's so clear, right? So just go to Google, put it up, know that on-prem means 100% outsourcing. Infrastructure as a service is and PaaS, these are shared services, and software as a service, it means 100% outsourcing. It means the cloud provider actually take care of it. So bye. Hopefully, if you have any other topic that you want me to cover, make sure you put it on the chat board and I should be able to cover that topic with you shortly. Bye.